Hey everyone, welcome to the Bad Audio Basement Show. This is a special episode because today, instead of a podcast, we're going to be interviewing two individuals. This is the part where I pass it to my good friend, Dewey.
Hey guys, we would like you to introduce yourselves and just tell us who you are.
Well, guys, I'm Red,
I'm Stunna Steve.
and we are Exclusive John Wrestling. So we are a pro wrestling content page. We do everything from reactions, reviews, original content, predictions, theories. We do it all, really. You know, we're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah, we just started like a year ago, like honestly right before WrestleMania last year, and we haven't stopped since, and we've loved every second of it.
So that's only a year's growth. You guys got over 10,000 in a year?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy
That's
to think about,
great.
to be honest.
Yeah, it is. It's great. Oh my God.
Actually, on our Facebook, we're we're almost at 42,000 on Facebook.
What? I forget about Facebook sometimes. I forget
Yeah,
this.
it's really-
I've never had
Real
it.
big on Facebook.
What made you guys want to do this? Because this is just sounds great. You know, the way you guys
Yeah.
just can do what you want is like fun in the most. Like, what's the
Oh,
most
yeah.
fun part about it?
It's a blast.
Yeah, it's the
like,
freedom type of thing. Like we can
Freedom,
make our own
dude.
schedules. We've been watching wrestling since we were like honestly since we were like toddlers, like just
Yeah.
watching it with our dads, and it turned into something to where like that's what we do together, and that's just been great ever since.
We've known each other since we were kids. So we went to like elementary school together, you know.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So we've been like, you know, we've always been best friends growing up and stuff. Always had a passion for wrestling. Like I've always kind of like been into like content creation. Like I wanted to do something, you know. One day we just decided, like, hey, like let's start this up, you know, let's have some fun with it and
Yeah.
see where it takes us.
I love Wrestling with Regret. He was so fun to watch. I got
Yeah.
out of him for some reason. I really stopped. I got back into wrestling because of Brandon, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. Like he started talking about Kenny Omega all the dang time, and I just wanted to watch him more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that the early AEW days were definitely great television. Not so much
I
now,
bet.
but
Yeah, like I remember like as a kid,
WWE.
I didn't have cable most of the time. So I used to watch like, you know, SmackDown used to be on Star 64.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
on national TV. And then also on Star 64, like 2 in the morning on Saturdays, you could catch Ring of Honor.
That was a vibe. That was where I was at.
I don't.
Yeah.
All I remember is All I remember is Raw, SmackDown, and Sunday Night Heat. If I was lucky.
yeah. I would watch like, you know, the Young Bucks on there and stuff. I started liking them, and you know, a ton of people really like that, you know, on AW, TNA. Like a lot of these people started on Ring of Honor and stuff, so I was seeing them you know, early on.
The era of like Ring of Honor, like where it was now. I remember there was like that one blank period where it was like Ring of Honor started like putting out free like matches on their YouTube channel, and like that blew my mind because I was like, I just watched
Wow.
because I was watching Ring of Honor clips like
Yeah.
on like
yeah,
Daily Mail and stuff like that. But when
YouTube,
they actually
of
were
course.
starting to post out like free matches on their actual YouTube channel, like that was
Yeah.
that was a hell of an era.
Man, I miss it. I mean, now you know AW bought Ring of Honor, like you still get Ring of Honor, but it's not the same.
it's not.
It's not what it was. I mean, now it's almost like I don't want to say it's kind of like WWE main event or something now. You know what I mean? Like
Oh.
or like superstars or something like
Yeah,
because people aren't really tuning in to these like Ring of Honor matches. It's kind of like this. It's not the same people or anything like that.
it's just being taped
it's just
after
AEW,
after
really.
a Dynamite or something.
Do you think that promotions need to have a flushed out card before they actually can go and become like successful in pro wrestling? Do you think that there should be an emphasis on a mid card, a top card, and a bottom card?
Yes and no. I mean, I think that there definitely needs to be, you know, these mid-tier people that, you know, have it like for example, Braun Breaker. If there wasn't a mid card, I don't think he would be as successful as he is now with Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I think it's just such an easy way to build up a wrestler who you may not have seen because he was on NXT for X amount of years. And so then he wins the IC title. He owns the mid card every Monday, and then
Yeah.
eventually now he's in the main event with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. It's perfect.
Yeah.
For sure. Like you definitely want you want your card like every single match to be fire, you know, because like there's only a couple people can main event, right? And you want to create new stars. Like creating new stars is very important, you know. So like even if
Yeah.
you're, you know, if you're just on NXT or something and you're mid carding You know, you look at some of the people that are doing that now, like Ricky Starks or something. You know, pretty soon
Ricky
he's going to
Saints.
be Ricky Saints. Excuse me. Pretty soon he'll be on the main roster, and fans will know him because of all the work he did in the mid card on NXT.
Yeah.
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 Would you guys say that tag teams are mid card too, or are they a main event thing?
I think
Depends.
90% of the time they're mid card, and they can be
Okay.
main event, like
Yes.
the Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns,
Yeah.
the Usos back in their
Yeah.
day. But
Mhm.
nowadays, and that kind of brings me up to the point of like the women's tag division. Like they really could elevate that, but they just kind of seem to always mess it up.
Yeah.
Really?
They have the. I mean, just now it's getting better.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys checked it out, but there was a gauntlet match to decide who was going to Mania for the tag titles to go against Liv and Raquel, and all I just felt like they were all thrown together women who were just
Well,
didn't really know each other.
Yeah.
well, I don't know if you ever seen the Attitude Era women's matches because they
Yeah.
were horrible.
Yeah.
They
It's come a
there were
long
some good
way.
ones.
It's
Yeah,
come a long
it's come a
Yeah.
long way. They're still learning. They had to reset themselves with that one. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I think I could agree with both of you because I think Dewey brings up the fact that like it's kind of like the humblingness of like like we've come a long way, but it's still a fact of like it being like there's still like work to do. Like there's still definitely things
Yeah.
that need to be doing, and like
For sure.
I gotta tell you the truth, I'm gonna sound very modern wrestling fanny from what I'm gonna say, but like I would like to see different people every other week. I would like to see
Yeah.
different wrestlers every other week and every other day. You know what I mean, perform and stuff like that. But at the same time, I also understand that, like, you know what I mean, you have these workers who are just absolutely incredible and, like, they're good at their job. But, like, I mean, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the first episodes we recorded, me and Dewey on our podcast, actually, I had mentioned I was just like, I'm tired of seeing the same 4 wrestlers over and over again in the women's division.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
so the reason why I bring that up though is because I'm questioning you guys. Like, who is the 4 how about this? Who is the 3 wrestlers you guys will never get tired of watching?
Currently, like right now,
Ever.
ever.
Oh,
Ever.
Like, okay.
No.
Like
And,
male
okay,
and
wait.
female?
I'll up the ante. I'll up the ante a little bit. They're all in their prime.
Okay.
Oh,
Stone Cold. is
Yeah, of
easy.
course.
The Rock.
Of course.
God
Yeah.
damn.
That third spot. I mean, it's almost like the
I'm
same
sorry. What was the
question
second one?
of
What was the second one?
The Rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like the same kind of question. Like people always talk about the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. It's so hard to just say, oh, there's only 4 people that deserve to be
Yeah.
on that
No,
list.
no.
Like there's so many people. You could bring up Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Randy Orton, Triple H.
I gotta throw the Undertaker. in
Yeah,
here
I mean,
because,
the
like,
Yeah, but
He carried the WWE.
Yeah.
for years.
yeah.
but everyone was so different. It's like amazing how it was. Like
Yeah.
everyone had their own different styles, and they sometimes it matched good, and sometimes it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I have to put like the Hardy Boys up there for me because
Oh
Yeah.
man,
the Hardy Boys,
Yeah,
the Hardy
love
Boys.
the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
I went as Jeff Hardy for Halloween one year when I was a kid. Like
Oh,
that's
hell
how,
yeah.
how devoted I was to the Hardy Boys. You know,
Sick.
I think everybody was.
I had the face paint, the hair dye. I had the armbands. You know, like I had the whole get up for it.
Now, I hate to be that guy, but did you buy it from a Halloween store or did you make it yourself?
Made it myself actually.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So
That's awesome.
I had the DVD. It was I think it was called Jeff Hardy, My Life, My Rules, right?
Yeah.
What?
And it was like it was like a whole documentary they did on this before the WWE Network and stuff came out. Of course,
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gotta
so
watch
it was
it.
like all of his best moments and matches. It was interviews, like special content, and like
Wow.
he showed in the like special features. It might have been how he made his ring gear. So like paint his face. He would dye his hair or something differently, and then he actually wore these. His arm sleeves are actually pantyhose.
I was going to bring that
Really?
up, actually. It's funny you mentioned that. I was literally going to say that.
And
That's why I
actually
that's why I asked you if it was homemade, because I was like, did you actually buy pantyhose?
I actually did. Like
Nice.
I told my mom, I was like, "Hey, can we get some Kathy Lee pantyhose?" And she was worried. You know what I mean? She was like, "Are you okay?" I
Mom,
was
it's
like, "You don't
art!
understand."
Mom,
It's not a
it's
Jeff
art!
Hardy.
phase.
It's art,
It's
Mom!
not a
It's art!
phase.
She didn't know if I was. She thought I was going for probably as like Elton John or something. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
I don't know if you
That would
actually.
have been funny.
I don't know if you guys actually like follow Maven on YouTube and like his whole channel actually. But Maven, he was talking and he was saying that when he was a wrestler and he was like wrestling like often, like he was like on every other show, stuff like that. He walked by the locker room once and he saw Jeff in the locker room like literally every taping. He was in the locker room just dyeing his hair. And then one day he asked Jeff. He was just like, "Hey, like why? Like why are you dyeing your hair every other week, every other day?" And he's like, "Because when you go out there and you dye your hair, they make a new action figure based on your new hairstyle." And I was like, fucking
Oh
genius.
my god.
That
Oh
money
my
is-
god.
That was a good Jeff
Genius.
Hardy
Yeah.
impression too.
Shout out Maven, man. His content is awesome. He actually, I just found out the other day he follows us. I didn't even know.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I had no
Really?
idea.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's
Wow.
dedicated.
yeah, he follows
That's
us on
pretty cool.
Instagram. Like I had clicked on someone's profile and it was like mutual followers, and Maven popped up. I was like, when did Maven start following us? And
I
he
had
was
no
like,
idea.
I was like, I had no idea. I was like, shout out Maven, man.
What's your guys' favorite part about wrestling?
The surprise for me, 100%. When they had CM Punk come out back in the WWE,
Man,
that was so electric. They waited the last second. They even got us off the trail by saying Randy Orton's coming back, and then waited the very last second. Even hit us with the watermark, which was always a tell for us. Like, hey, if the watermark comes up, it's gonna end.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get anything else. And then his music hit, and chills went down my entire body just because of how loud that arena got in Chicago. It was awesome.
man.
It was.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. Like just the surprise factor, the returns and stuff. Like especially being at an event and there's like a return. Like we haven't witnessed like too many groundbreaking returns, but like we were just at the Rumble in Indianapolis, and there was quite a few returning stars in the Rumble and stuff. And like we were like when Alexa Bliss came back, you know,
It was so
that
loud.
must have been incredible.
that was loud. Like, and we were actually in line. Like we were doing content there and stuff. We were in line, and all these reports were coming out. Like she posted a photo at her house
in
like,
Cleveland.
Yeah, in Cleveland. So we're like, okay, she's not coming. There's stuff saying like she didn't sign a contract and it's scrapped, and then her music hits, and we're like, holy shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right now.
that's cool. For me personally, actually, I think the surprise factor isn't talked about enough.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hard to do. It's hard to do now.
Yeah, it's very hard to do, and that's why it just adds so much level to it when they can get around the dirt sheets. They can get around like even us. Like we hate to be that guy, but like if there's breaking news and everyone else is posting it, we have to break the
You have?
news.
Most recently, like, and it doesn't even always have to be a return. Like, it can just be a huge something in a storyline. Like John Cena's heel turn.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there watching, I see The Rock go like this, and I'm like, oh my God, like John Cena's about to turn heel. Like, this is crazy. Like, nobody really expected that at all. It was not
No one
expected.
did.
So, like, it's just that moment where you're like, holy shit, like that reaction is just,
Hmm. Yeah.
gives you the
Gives
goosebumps.
you goosebumps.
That's what got me back into there. I wanted to watch what was going on with John Cena. Minus some setbacks in the last match. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think Backlash with him and Randy Orton will be just a banger because that goes back to their first match ever.
Yeah. He actually still. I just didn't know Randy Orton was still wrestling. To be honest with you,
Oh yeah,
He's doing great. He looked great. I can't wait for that match. I'm really excited.
Oh, yeah. I'm hyped. I think, like, ever since I knew John Cena was coming back doing this tour, I was like, okay, this has got to happen. And it's so weird in a way that Cena is the heel and Orton is the babyface.
It's perfect.
It's something we've never seen before, and that's hard to get out of two stars that have faced each other so many times.
Have you guys kept up with anything outside of WWE?
We're liking what TNA's doing. It's odd enough that we like what TNA's doing because they're partnering with WWE right now. But I think back when we were younger, it was really just WWE and TNA, and those were the glory days for
Yeah.
TNA. I mean, you had Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy,
James Storm,
Sting, Abyss. All these guys that were great.
Yeah.
Samoa
And then
Joe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got to talk about Samoa Joe.
Love
I mean,
Samoa
he's
Joe, man.
honestly he's on my TNA Mount Rushmore, but
God, AJ Styles. I mean,
yeah, I mean it was great television, and we actually met James Storm at a independent scene here. We drank a beer with him, which was awesome.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Good. That's cool.
And it was good, like 30 minutes. We were just chopping it up. This was before we even started the wrestling page.
Yeah,
Wow.
And he was just telling us about TNA and stuff, different stuff in WWE. Like, it was a great experience, and Like I hope that they're starting to bring back like fans into TNA. You know, like it's
That's
going to be
good.
a different generation for sure, but I think that there's definitely a lot of potential now.
I mean,
You
yeah,
know, like you
Santino
said,
Morella's running things back there right now. It's great. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
But the whole, I really think this is going to be the next renaissance in wrestling. To be honest with you, for everyone, because you know, they're figuring out how to use social media. They're figuring out how to use a lot of new stuff that can really work. Because I was watching WrestleMania, and they had the camera angle for Dusty Rhodes, not Dusty Rhodes, American Nightmare, like start turning in HD when he's about to do his ultimate. Sorry, too much Street Fighter. His finisher,
yeah,
and it was just cinematic. And I can't believe you actually got that out of a wrestling live as it's live.
the stage itself for WrestleMania was sweet. When
no,
Roman
it was
Reigns was
sick.
going down the ramp, and you can just see all of his ancestors coming down
that
from the
was
Man,
top.
incredible.
Yeah,
I
That
mean,
was
that was
absolutely
Alpha,
just.
incredible.
Sika, you know,
I mean, it
like
was great, and so I mean, they're just innovative, so crazy, and it's gotten to the point where like now people that you never would have thought were wrestling fans are asking us questions that like we just know, like oh, John Cena isn't wrestling again. We got to ask questions about
like
that because everybody's childhood was John Cena.
Yep,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah, I remember watching. It was before WrestleMania. He came out bringing out a sign, a cardboard cutout, and he was like rapping towards it. It was like
Yeah,
really funny.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like he came like, what is this guy? Why is he rapping? And
yeah.
then bam,
Now look at
record
him
breaking
now.
champion.
Yeah,
I'm
It's crazy.
If you guys would have told me John Cena would have been the pinnacle of wrestling in 2025, I would have been like, "What the hell are you saying?"
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like no one's
honestly,
beating Ric Flair. Like that
Yeah,
just
like if you
seems
were
so
told me, if you
unbeatable.
were told me John Cena would have been like the one who like headlines WrestleMania 2025 and has a farewell tour on top of it, I would have been like, "What the fuck, dude? What kind of fantasy booking shit is that?"
yeah, like especially with how busy he is, you know, in Hollywood and everything. Like
yeah.
it's very hard to get him for an extended amount of time, and you know, we're
uh,
lucky to be able to experience this.
he just wants to have fun. This is like he's doing what he wants now. Like
Yeah,
watching Peacemaker. I've only seen a few episodes, but he looks like he's having fun.
Peacemaker.
There's,
Yeah, Peacemaker is really good in that.
it's
I have
like
not
he just
seen it yet. I do need to
I've
check it out.
I just seen him on what you call that, uh, Suicide Squad,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
did see
like
that.
2 episodes, and it's like he's just it's just him being peacemaker, right?
yeah, yeah.
Peacemaker,
Yeah,
yeah, being peacemaker, and it fits, and he's like perfect for it.
I mean, you look at
Yeah.
The Rock, and he's barely on
Mm.
WWE television now because of his Hollywood schedule. And it's just it's so crazy, like to see like the exact opposite of like people managing their schedules easily.
Yeah,
John
but
Cena
yeah,
is
like
able to do what he is in WWE and being there on a regular basis when John Cena and then The Rock can't even show up at WrestleMania, which
man.
don't even get me
yeah,
started.
Yeah, that's
fingers crossed. Batista comes back one day. Just
I don't
saying.
think I
I think
don't think
maybe
it's gonna
for a
he
Hall
ain't
of
happen.
Fame, but
Hall of
that's about
Fame.
it. He's
I
got
think
skinny
I
now.
coming back.
He's
I
small.
know, but
He ain't
it's the
coming
like,
back.
perfect send off too.
I've been thinking about this for a long like since we said we're gonna have this interview
here we
between
go.
John Cena, Batista, and The Rock. Which one of them are gonna get an Oscar first?
Uh,
Oh man.
If any of them are
Can
gonna
I
get an
choose?
Oscar,
I was like, can I choose none of the above?
no. If any
I
of them
think
were to get an Oscar,
Batista.
if any of them were gonna get an Oscar, who would it
I think it's
be?
I
gotta
think
be Batista.
really?
Batista.
I
I got it.
I think so too. Yes.
I gotta
He would make
disagree with you guys here. I don't know.
Of course you do.
I think I gotta go with The Rock. I mean,
watch
The Rock. I mean,
Rock.
I will say the A24 has his new movie about Mark Kerr has the potential to be really good.
and
Maybe.
he's doing the isn't he doing a Scorsese film
Oh
coming up
yeah,
too?
What?
about
He
the
is?
Yeah.
it's about a Samoan mob boss in Hawaii back in the day, like how like around the
Ooh.
time period of Hawaii getting added to the U.S. states was
Uh-huh.
like he's playing a mob boss around that time.
Yeah, I gotta give it. I mean, Dwayne's been doing it the longest. He's got the most connections in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He's gonna get the bigger movies, you know. Like
Let's just say 90% of Dwayne's movies are him playing Dwayne.
this is
Yeah.
true. This is true.
Yeah, that's
Well,
And
I'll just he should just he should do like Nicolas Cage and just lean into it.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I do have
Jason
high
Statham,
expectations for this MMA movie that just got a
yeah.
trailer announced.
I would like to see
Smashing
that. I
Machine.
can't lie.
Yeah,
That looks
I
like
would
a
like
good
to see
movie.
that.
and he
I would
doesn't
like to
look
see
like
that.
The Rock at all. He does. I think he can actually do a really good job there. I don't know if it'll be Oscar worthy, but
We'll see.
Batista. I mean that I've seen Batista do a lot more range than The Rock. That's why I have to say Batista.
Yeah, I feel
Knives Out, he's really good.
like I gotta tell you the truth. The only time I actually this question popped in my head when I watched Knock at the Cabin with Batista.
Yeah.
When I watched that movie, I was just like, yeah, I can actually see this man accepting an award. Like I could see him
Yeah.
physically walking with his big ass self onto a stage and being like, I appreciate you all, thank you very much.
My-
I could see it, but I don't know if he could do it.
Yeah.
I've seen him do that zombie movie where they were like turned into robots at the end or something. I don't know if you guys remember.
I didn't see it, but I've seen like it was
I
popular.
might
back
have
in the
heard
day,
about it.
yeah.
I don't think I've seen it there.
It is. I didn't care for zombies, but Batista is actually like, oh wow, he's a good actor, and I feel
Yeah.
bad for him what he's going through. It's like I Am Legend, but with zombies.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
not to slide on John Cena though, like I like him and Ricky Stenicki was hilarious. I mean, he's a comedy actor per se, but
Yeah.
like I think it just comes down to can he play that serious role? And I don't think I mean, I guess Fast 9 you can count as a serious role, but it's just at that point everybody's been in the Fast franchise, so who really cares?
Yeah, I mean, pretty soon, you're gonna have like Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
In there. You know what I mean?
I would watch it again. I would watch it with Danny DeVito. Just to watch
I mean, who wouldn't?
I mean, he's a goat,
Okay, they're gonna get Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they'll be the twins, like in that last movie, and
yeah,
they'll connect it some. Yeah, twins.
That was
That
yeah.
movie was called, but yeah, I remember what you're
That was
talking
a
It was called Twins. No, it's
Really,
called
was it?
Twins.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen it. That was good. Yeah, that was
It's
That
really
movie.
good.
That movie was phenomenal. I don't care what no one says.
Yeah.
That's in my top 10. My question is, what's your biggest hot take in wrestling right now?
Ooh.
Ooh, yes. Ooh.
I'm not trying to cancel nobody.
What do you think? I mean,
I'm thinking now, like, a hot take is it's a broad question. It could be a lot of things,
yeah. I mean, it could be down to, what are they doing with the Wyatts? Like, is there something injury wise that they're not telling us, or because I think my hot take is they could run SmackDown if you give them the time. I think the Wyatts can run SmackDown. We just the tip of the iceberg for the Wyatts, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I know we both agree on this one, but like, my hot take, like, Karrion Kross is WWE champion material.
Yeah. The stuff he does
Interesting.
behind the scenes is just so great. Like, for example, he'll walk up to Sami Zayn and he'll be wearing the same hairstyle as Sami Zayn. Then he'll turn around and go up to AJ Styles and be wearing the same hairstyle as AJ Styles. It's just the small little details that he's just manipulating the entire roster behind the scenes. And literally, like, so he had the New Day. They're now tag champs because they dropped the gimmick where they're all happy and fun, and because they were feuding with Karrion Kross, and now they're champions.
And if you go back even further to when he first returned, we never got the feud that we really deserved at the time. But he walked up while Roman Reigns was in the ring and put down the hourglass, right? And if you look, like, Roman's lost everything, like. He was saying, like, your time is coming up, and he lost his bloodline, his wise man, his title. I mean,
only thing next is the Ula Fala, technically.
Yeah.
So you think it's like 3D level of writing for them?
Yeah. I literally think it's like he's playing 3D chess and everyone else is playing checkers.
I like that.
Isn't
I like
all
that.
chess 3D?
No, there's actually a 3D chess board. It's like
I heard that.
They had it in the on the Big Bang Theory. They had that 3D chess or whatever.
Oh,
yeah.
3 different levels. It's like almost like Jenga or something.
it's already
could
bad
never
enough.
play
You're
that
I'm
crap.
just saying, it's already bad enough you're playing chess, but like to up the ante and be like, I'm gonna play 3D chess. I'm sorry, I'm gonna make fun of you.
Yeah. It's,
I'm sorry, I'm going to make fun of you.
I don't know if you can understand it. Your wave path getting made fun of. You've accepted that in life, and you're ready for the damnation of chess.
Yeah, like I feel like I also like, how do you store that? Like, where do you put that away? Like, where do you?
it's got to be like a
It's a-
foldable.
Is it
Yeah, it's on a
foldable? Is it
swivel.
foldable?
Yeah, it's on a swivel.
All
Pull
right.
that up, Jamie.
Yeah,
Hey,
pull
Joe
it up.
Rogan.
So
So we
you
don't have a
guys-
Jamie here.
Yeah, no, actually, our editor, Matt, if you're watching this, please just throw up a 3D chess model like 5 times. No, I want like a compilation of like different
Just
chess.
explosions.
Yeah, I want
Yeah,
like
same,
3D.
yes.
I want like a bunch of different 3D chess
Ow!
models.
And we've made his job harder.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We made his job so much more difficult.
That's another 7 hours.
I just hope he just pulls up a screen and says, "I'm not doing that," and then just cuts back
That-
to the regular video.
Oh, actually, oh
Please.
yeah, that's an option. Actually, if you don't want to do it, just do not do it. How about that? I'll tell you what, I do not pay you enough. It's fine.
Just
So we're getting
make me
paid.
look. Just make me look handsome for once in my life. No, no, no. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm done.
He said he doesn't want his computer to explode.
Oh my god.
Well, I need heal burn. I need burn heal after that one.
Oh my god.
Heal burn.
All right. Actually, talking about that. I want to test. I want to test some knowledge. What's the best burn you ever heard in wrestling history?
It's called a promo kid. You're gonna have to figure out how to do one. John Cena to Roman Reigns.
I remember that.
That was an all-time burn.
That was good.
Oh man,
That was good.
That might be number one.
Yeah, I mean, this was the guy that we were getting shoved down our throats by Vince,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
John Cena just buries him in seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. I think this was unscripted too. When Brock Lesnar was backstage, when Mustafa Ali was back there, and he walked out, and then he like turned around, and he said, "Hey, get a life, kid," and just kept going.
Oh wow.
I was like,
Damn.
"What the fuck?" I'm like, I don't think that was in the script,
Yeah.
like, because I don't think it would have. It's not like they were in a story or anything, you know.
Yeah,
It was just completely
Mhm.
random. It was like, "Get a life."
he
I'm
was
like,
about to
"Damn."
get cut for Christ's
Yeah,
sake.
because if you remember, like Money in the Bank, right? Brock's not even in the match. Mustafa Ali is on top of the ladder, about to grab the briefcase, and all of a sudden Brock's music hits.
my
And
God.
he just like it's a long ramp too. He
Yeah.
just waits. Brock comes and takes the case, man.
Oh
And
my
more
God.
of a recent burn. If we can bring up the roast of WrestleMania. This burn was so bad that he might have even just been out of the company because of it. Paul
Man.
Heyman
Oh,
said
Lord.
that Braun Strowman just sucks, and then a couple weeks
Oh.
go by, and now Braun Strowman is cut.
Yeah.
So
Braun. All right, so I actually have a funny story about Braun Strowman. I went to Rhode Island Comic Con because I'm based out of New England, right? So I went to Rhode Island Comic Con one year, and Braun Strowman had a table there. It has the line had to be a block long, and I was just telling myself, I'm like, you know what? I'll see him around. Like he's not. This can't be the last time I'm going to see him, and I'll figure it out, like whatever that may be. So I start walking with my friend Eddie through the like aisles and stuff like that. I'm just like we're walking around, looking at like the tables and stuff like that, and like meeting people, whatever. I hear just thuds, just behind me. I just hear dun 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 dun. I'm not making this up. I hear dun 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 dun, and mind you, I'm like I'm in a room with like over 1,000 people, so I'm like, wait, I'm feeling footsteps, but this has to be a big motherfucker. So I turn around, and it's him. It's Braun Strowman, and he's walking with the public like through the actual like convention. So I turn around and go, hey. I don't know what to say. I'm just like, hey. And he just goes, sup, buddy? And he just keeps walking. And I'm like, oh my God, he was amazing.
he actually met Braun Strowman as well.
Yeah, I actually just met him. Like, what was it, like 2 months
Yeah,
ago?
not even.
That's wild.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, so there was a Raw and an NXT here.
Actually, you want to grab that Wheatley too,
Oh yeah, we can definitely talk about that in a second. Yeah.
because that was the same type of thing.
Yeah, so this one was it was a real American beer signing, you know, Hulk Hogan's beers or whatever. And I showed up to this is big store we got here called Jungle Gyms. Are you guys familiar with? I think they have more than one of them, don't they?
I have no idea.
And it's
a Midwest thing,
never-
probably.
Yeah, it's a huge grocery store. It's crazy, but he was there.
Yes,
doing
I've heard of a
this,
grocery store before. Yeah, I know what those are.
he was doing this meet and greet and stuff, and the line was pretty long, and you had to buy the Real American beer to get it autographed and stuff. But I don't know, being the nicest guy, got the autograph and stuff.
Now look at him.
Now he's gone.
Yeah.
It sucks, you know. We also got a chance to meet Cody. He signed our Wheatley vodka bottle here.
Wow. My nephew would be so jealous right now.
We held
awesome.
the belt. We got to hold the title.
real belt. It's pretty heavy.
Is there anybody else that got dropped that you guys are interested, that you guys actually are like sad to see go?
Oh, I mean, for sure. Like
A lot of them, really.
Dakota Kai, I thought was seconds away from getting the IC title, and then now she's just gone. Cora Jade, we felt like was going to be one of the new up and comers to be a part of the Women's Revolution 2.0.
Gigi Dolan.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gigi
she was
Dolan,
just
yeah.
ringside at Raw 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh Lord.
And I feel like she's been in NXT for a while, so I'm thinking, you know, she's probably going to be main roster material soon.
Yeah.
They had she had won the chance for the tag team titles on NXT against Liv and Raquel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
and then like a week later, now she's going. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
About a year ago, I was on the couch with my fiance, and I looked at her and I said, straight up, "There's way too many goth girls in this field. They have to get rid of all these like goth-inspired characters." And I was so fucking mistaken. I feel bad now. I feel
Wow.
so bad.
It's Brandon's fault.
I ruined
Yeah.
it. I was
Yeah.
like, "There's too many characters."
Damn you!
Yeah, there's too many. There's too many like mid 2000 emo characters in this promotion.
Yeah, I mean, Alba Fire now she's with Piper Niven and Chelsea Green because her tag partner, who they just were tag champions, like within the year, she got let go.
Yeah.
And so now you're repackaging this person who was a goth witch character to a person in a suit, protecting a pretentious
What?
Chelsea Green.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
actually
Lord.
that's actually a real thing. I was gonna say actually, for whatever it's worth, and like I'm trying not to actually like steer the conversation in my favor when I say this, but like I feel like if it's just like all right, who was it? Sky Blue. Sky Blue for like months was just her character was I am a wrestler. I forget what it was. It was like another dark inspired character that was like another female wrestler in AEW, and then like she wrestled her like 3 or 4 times, and she's like, oh, I could do that for a living, and then that was it. There was like no build up and stuff like that. I feel like if it's like I'm gonna be a dark character, it has to be fleshed
Yeah.
out in some capacity, in my opinion.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
They like look at Aleister Black now.
Yeah, like Aleister Black set the tone, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, everyone can't be Mankind or Undertaker, Brando. Okay.
I would say
Yeah.
the like Abyss, the TNA version of that was
was
great.
good.
And we were hoping when he moved over to WWE he would pop up, but now he's just a producer and he
Yeah.
does great work.
He does.
I don't think we'll ever
but
see that.
they're
match
putting
again.
him in the game this year as Abyss.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So like, I'm
Oh.
super excited for that. Like, he's in the DLC for 2K25.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's actually
Ooh.
pretty cool. Wow.
Got it actually, and
Yeah,
we
it's pretty
streamed
cool.
it during WrestleMania
Okay.
weekend. We did like a little stream. We'll probably do more.
Plenty of different like modes where like you could just like my GM, like there's like
Yeah.
you could literally just be Adam
Oh.
Pierce
Love
or
MyGM.
Nick Aldis.
Wait, you got my
Regardless.
GM? My
Yeah.
GM? I love that crap.
Yeah,
I
It's
love
nice.
micromanaging random celebrities.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah, my GM is probably the best in the game, honestly.
Yeah,
Ooh, I can't wait. I got addicted to that one app on the phone where you got to like pick all your wrestlers and tell them who they get to fight. I forgot what's called retro wrestling. I don't know if you-
think I've
I
heard
don't
of
think
that.
I'm familiar.
Oh yeah, they just give you like hey, you want to run this thing, and then you just pick all the matches, and you get like, it's just really fun.
Run a promotion. Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah, it's random promotion. It's good. I love GM stuff.
What do you guys think is the best wrestling game ever made?
Oh,
SmackDown versus
Oh.
Raw. Any of them?
yeah. Which one though? I definitely
07.
gotta go SmackDown versus Raw.
07.
07's
No.
up there.
Yeah.
WWC No Mercy, where you get to have those random ninjas for N64, or like random ninjas.
Yeah.
See,
Do I have
used
it?
to love the Road to WrestleMania game modes.
Oh
Hey.
wow.
Look at that.
That's crazy.
I don't remember Warzone. I got the other ones, but I can't leave my spot.
That's heat. That's heat. Yeah, I used
Yeah.
to love the Road to WrestleMania game modes on the Raw versus SmackDowns, like just the little stories
Yeah.
that they would have and shit. You could play
Yeah.
with, like Undertaker, Chris Jericho, Ray, like that shit's dope.
I was a creative character guy myself. I had to create my own characters to go against
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
I won every title just because.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang off on a limb here and just say if there was like I think it was like it had to be SmackDown versus Raw 07. Like that one was phenomenal, but like the fondest memory I have of that game was playing with my brother, and my brother was just very obsessed with Triple H,
Yeah.
and like I don't know.
Lord.
And I don't know why, but there was something about like him playing that game and just like obsessively always picking that character and not picking anybody else that made me feel weird. Like,
yeah.
but
It was
also I
his
lost
main.
every time. No, it was Triple H every single fucking time. And I don't know what it was. Like I feel like when I look at that game, I get PTSD. Like I go through like the back of my skull. Like damn, I lost so much.
You gotta go play
Yeah.
yourself and go beat up Triple H.
I can't see picking the same guy over and over again. That's just me because back then I thought of them as party games, also as fighting games.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to do whatever the hell you want, and having like Stacy Keibler versus like Triple H. It's fun.
I'm
just
glad
saying.
they brought back intergender matches in
Yeah.
2K25, so you can go beat up any woman.
Yeah. I'll tell
Oh,
you what,
nice.
Nia Jax is getting face planted for what she did to me at the Royal Rumble coming out as 30, dude. A
That
couple
was
years
wild.
back.
That
Oh
was
Lord, we
wild.
need to bleep all this.
She's going through the light thing, you know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah,
backstage
yeah.
brawl.
Yeah, that's a good game.
What do you guys see wrestling becoming in the next 5 years?
Well, I don't think it'll be on cable anymore. I think once the USA deal ends with SmackDown and the CW deal ends with NXT, I think they're going to move to Netflix or another streaming platform. I think with how successful Netflix has been off rip, they're just going to move it over to just be a streaming thing, and that way you can kind of control what your product is a lot more. Because there's a lot of stupid rules that TV, companies have. So once you move over to a streaming platform, you're able to like do whatever you
Yeah.
want. So I think they'll
Yeah.
just kind of shift out of
And
cable.
like this might be, a hot prediction, but with the way things are going with like TKO and everything, I think that I think it's already started. Like they're gonna be buying up these smaller wrestling promotions, and some will be for their talent, some will be just to have more
Monopolize.
control the industry. Like you gotta think they just
Oh.
bought AAA wrestling, right?
They're partnering with TNA.
They're partnered with TNA. I mean, how long is it before they're like they make an offer to TNA or something? You never know. And like AEW, with the way AEW is going, I don't know how long AEW lasts in this field right now. Like I just think the stories are so much more compelling right now in the WWE. That like AEW has great wrestling, but there's just so many people,
Yeah.
and the storylines
Story's not
aren't there right now.
Okay.
I think AEW could be more successful and actually compete, but I really think they need somebody smarter in their running things besides Tony Khan. I think Tony Khan's just more of a fan
with big pockets.
You need someone like Michael Hayes or something who's got experience, these producers to really go in and make the
that
show.
could work. Yeah, that could work. I really can see it. Yeah, I played the game. It was a very boring game.
Yeah, the AEW.
The AEW one. Yeah, it was fun. The mechanics was great. That probably sums up all of like what AEW is, like in that game. Mechanically, it's great, but it's just missing something that needs to be right in the middle, where you can feel every turn and like every move, and actually have a story behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Stadium Stampede mode in that game, though, have you ever played that mode?
I think so. It was kind of like fun.
It's like a battle royal kind of thing. That was pretty fun actually, because you could like throw weapons and all type of stuff. Like I actually like that. There's like gambling in it and stuff, so that was cool.
And I want to play it again.
I'm gonna be that one fan. I'm gonna be that one fan and say my favorite wrestling game is Yakuza.
Zangief is my favorite wrestler.
Is that the game with Samoa Joe pops up at like the final boss or whatever?
Yakuza. Yeah, he's the final boss.
Yeah, and like I gotta tell you the truth, I fell down a rabbit hole one day because like I realized that it was so niche that not everybody was gonna have it. Like this video posted, but you can fight Tetsuya Naito halfway through the game.
What?
And he's
Really?
like, and he's white. It's Naito, and he's white suit Naito. He's actually in a suit the entire time you're fighting him. It makes no sense. And the thing is, they don't go back to it. It's just literally a side quest. You do it, you fight him, and you go about your business. And I'm like, all right, that was cool.
That's like every fight. That's like every RPG. But that's actually Samoa Joe's voice.
Yeah,
that's really his voice.
I saw, actually, funny enough you mentioned that, I saw a clip of that on TikTok yesterday. Literally, like, somebody played the entire game through on Japanese audio to, like, listen to, like, the authentic voices. And then on the final fight, they're wrestling fans, and they went back to English just so they could hear Samoa Joe's voice.
Oh, that's sweet. I think that's really cool.
Oh, I love it. Is there anything you guys want to see in wrestling right now?
Honestly, to bring it back to the releases and the women's tag division, I think they're lacking just proving, like Caden Carter and Katana Chance got released. That didn't really make much sense to me because I felt like the women's tag division was just in a lull, and you were having these teams just come together that were like Bailey and Lyra, and then turned into Becky and Lyra, who I guess was a little bit more closer, but now they're beefing, and so I just felt like there wasn't enough teams that really got built up, and now Shayna Baszler's gone, so we're not going to see Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. So now it's like I literally feel like there's maybe 2 to 3 women's tag teams.
to kind of add on to that, like last night during our stream, like after we stream, Raw and SmackDown, we always do a little recap after kind of thing, give our
Yeah, yeah.
rating of the show to our audience, and like
Hmm.
the problem last night, like Pretty Deadly comes out, right? There's no pop, and like the match wasn't that great. There was a lot of bosses and stuff, but like when you
Hmm.
want to establish a tag team, in my opinion, you want both stars to kind of be like, would they be okay on their own? Because you have to have
Yes.
two good people to make a tag team. Like if Kit
Hmm.
Wilson got injured, right?
Hmm.
Then like
Elton Prince wouldn't be.
Elton Prince isn't gonna go
He's
on
going
a
to be in
singles run,
catering. He's not going to be on screen.
But if you look at what happened, like with the Viking Raiders, who it was Ivar that got injured, right?
Eric got hurt,
got
and
hurt, yeah.
Ivar was just having banger matches after banger matches.
And like the fans, like you want the fans to connect to the gimmick, connect to these tag teams, And
Yeah,
some
of course.
are doing really well, but other ones, like some of these they need repackaged. We need to make some new tag teams. Like I feel like the tag division as a whole, like especially on Raw, like SmackDown, you've got some good ones.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
And that's what made no sense to us at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
We had the War Raiders versus New Day at WrestleMania, but we didn't
Yeah.
have that fantastic TLC match between the Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, and DIY. It was just on SmackDown. So, I mean, any TLC match should be at a pay-per-view if you can.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this in our last podcast where I feel like the booking was a little off for the New Day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It felt dry, and that's why when they won the titles, it didn't really make sense to me. Like they were only showing up on commercial breaks during Raw. They just kind of seemed like they were not being taken seriously whatsoever. And then all of a sudden, they get a sneaky tag title match at a WrestleMania where it's sponsored by Clash of Clans, and then they win.
I did not like the ads in WrestleMania like that. I'm sorry. It was just like you're gonna have
too much.
But
Yeah, it
too
was overkill.
much.
I can see they had like the what was it, the Doom Eternal match? That's all I
Yeah.
remember it by
Yeah.
McIntyre.
Yeah,
It was a end of a rivalry.
yeah.
That was stupid. I'm
It
sorry,
made
end of
no
a
sense.
rivalry. But why the guy who wants to beat the crap out of his rival? Why wouldn't show up with a Doom costume?
Yeah. Like
I'm just saying. That's just me.
it also stunts their creative freedom. Like I don't think going into WrestleMania, the War Raiders were sitting there thinking about dressing up as Clash of Clan characters.
No. Oh, and when Michael Cole? Yeah, Michael Cole would explain the games
Yeah,
while right before it even started. No, like
Yeah.
build up. Like these guys have been feuding. Well, in Doom, you can slack.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody. Like,
yeah.
okay, but what about these guys? They're supposed to be fighting.
Yeah.
I don't care about Doom.
I'm okay with like they put some sponsorships on the mat and like there's a couple
There's
matches
13.
throughout the night that are sponsored, but I don't want every. It literally felt like every match was sponsored by something, and we just couldn't.
Every
sit there
big
and
one.
watch wrestling.
Every big one every title one.
Yeah.
What match was it? What match was it last year? Was it Dominic versus Ray? Was it the Cinnamon Toast Crunch match?
Well,
Cinnamon Toast.
I don't know, but like all the barricades were just covered in Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm like, what are we doing?
I feel like Cinnamon Toast Crunch had the Churro Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and that was the Rey Mysterio versus Dominic match. And I remember just sitting there going, "That's fucked up."
Yeah. The other thing about that is the Wingstop sponsorship
Wing?
was during the was it the Bianca match?
I think it was.
Yeah, and that's fucked up as well.
Oh God, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
lord.
God.
Like they didn't do a great job of placing these ads, let alone using them in the first place. So
Yeah.
I just think it's a bit overkill, and I would hate to, I mean, they're making money, so I do understand it.
I can't remember where the hell I heard it, but I remember hearing it and I actually freaked the fuck out with them playing Machine Head and then playing like the old Kill Switch song for CM Punk and like them
Yes,
using
I love
actual
it.
like public music to actually like do
Yeah,
adverts and
great.
actually like to actually use it in like the media
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like that actually made a huge difference for me. Like that actually made me genuinely happy. And then getting the guitar player for Slayer was incredible.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that was the upside to it. Like the music actually had like taken a big huge step up.
Yeah, so pretty
Yeah.
much no Def Rebel, please, for the love of God.
Yeah. If we want to cut anybody, to cut Def Rebel, dude.
Yeah. Bring back Jim Johnson. I mean, all those. That's another thing. Is just all the entrances nowadays. That was one of the big critiques we've heard from the wrestling community. like Royal Rumble, no one knew who was coming out until you saw like their name appear or them coming out themselves because all the music
What?
sounded the same.
That's a big
Like
thing.
it's
Yeah.
just generic music.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't hear the dang music most of the time
Yeah, well,
when I was watching WrestleMania.
that was due to us being loud. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Then Jade comes out and blah 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 blah, blah, like,
yeah,
oh, okay, that's cool. It's just they're too maybe they're not really focused on the audio of stuff,
yeah.
or they're
It's
not caring, or is it I don't, are they picking it out, or is it WWE picking it out?
so WWE hires this group called Def Rebel. That's why we want to cut. It's they're
Oh, okay.
responsible for all the audio of the entrances to the wrestlers. So everyone like all
Oh,
who was it? Sheamus. Sheamus had a fantastic
Mhm.
entrance in Written in My Face, and then they changed it to this entrance that is so stupid now that no one cares if he even comes
The,
out.
the Judgment Day's
oh,
original entrance,
Yes.
fire, and now it's crap. Like I get so mad hearing some of these songs. I'm just like the Logan Paul's absolutely sucks.
mm.
They changed them up so much that you're
Yeah.
like,
Who am I
who's
seeing?
coming out right
Yeah.
now? And you
Yeah.
like that leads you to think, oh, it's gonna be this is like a return or a
Yeah.
debut or something. And it's like, oh, it's just fucking Logan Paul.
Mm.
Like,
On his
Yeah.
20th.
Yeah, and
I want to say
mhm.
actually the biggest crime is actually that they got rid of Finn's entrance.
Yeah.
man,
Like I mean, I
Ben
do
had an
get
entrance.
yeah, I do get like some of these changes like Finn and AJ Styles, like those themes were so good that you could be a heel and they wouldn't like
Yeah,
people wouldn't care and they'd still cheer for you because the music is so good.
there you go.
So
Yes.
they probably had to change that for that instance. But like when Finn turns face again, if hopefully he does turn face soon, I hope that music comes back. I
Me
just
too.
don't think you can do that until until he turns face because people don't
Yeah.
want you to be with them.
The rumor is actually floating around of Nakamura like doing like a farewell tour himself after this year
Mhm.
goes back, right? And if Nakamura does
Yeah.
go away, I would like Nakamura's old theme to come back.
for sure.
Yeah, I like the
That'd be
theme,
nice.
like the vibe of his new theme.
Oh, I
Theme
like
I
it
think
too.
is
No, I like it
cool.
too. But I just would like
But the
that old
OG,
one.
yeah, like you bring out the guy with the violin and everything. Like just go back to where people. Honestly, I'd like what would be perfect if he did do a farewell tour. Next WrestleMania, have him come out with Lil Uzi. I don't know if you heard that song on one of Lil Uzi's albums. It's literally called Nakamura. It's sampled off of Nakamura's theme song.
I did not
Oh,
know that.
Yeah, and
I
so
gotta
Pretty
hear that
sick.
now.
yeah, Uzi did a great job on it, and I would like if that just happened at WrestleMania, it'd be a sweet WrestleMania moment.
So yeah, but no, we got free.
Oh
Yeah,
god, I just got
yeah,
it in my head.
yeah,
I just
No,
got
I'm
rid
sorry,
of
but all I remember from WrestleMania is Michael Cole talking, and all you hear just in the background. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
it. Man.
as someone who works with 16 to 24-year-olds in a workshop, essentially, I'm like a teacher, essentially, right? And I do that for a living, right? When that song
Yeah.
become popular, Fiend by whatever the hell his name is,
Travis
Grammy,
Scott, yeah.
whatever the hell his name is, like that Grammy
Yeah.
award-winning artist Travis Scott. I just want to say something. That song came out and it was already annoying because I heard my students play it every single day. Because I'm one of those like alternative teachers apparently where I'm just like, guys, just
Yeah.
play your own music. I don't care as long as it's appropriate. That song played every fucking day, Monday through Friday, for about a good 2 months, and I was like, "Here comes WrestleMania!" And then I heard it, yeah, like
Oh,
yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you, like at first the song was like really cool. I was like, "Wow, it's repetitive as fuck, but it's kind of
Yeah,
catchy."
yeah.
But then after
Yeah.
you hear it 4, 5,
It's-
6 times, you're like, "All right."
And it's like turn this thing off.
I
you know
am
what
glad
mean?
that they added Weekend's time list to it, so there was two themes.
Yeah.
So like, you didn't get
Uh,
Fiend shoved down your throat. You got another Weekend song, which
when
Weekend's WrestleMania streak is like on what 8?
Man,
he
he got some dirt or something on them. I'll tell you what.
They
oh,
changed his
I did
song.
not know that. I wasn't even that good anyway. I mean, it was beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, next year, please let it just be a rock band. For
I
fuck's
think
sake,
that's
be a rock
so-
band.
I like when Raw was coming to Netflix and SmackDown was getting a reverb. We were hoping that like okay, now they're gonna change the themes. They're gonna try and go to a new era. Let's go into an era of rock metal. Because that's what we were watching when we grew up was
Yeah, same here. That's
Nickelback on Raw and Green Day. all these like old
Oh,
bands, and it was great, and it was great songs. And then the video packages for like hyping up a fight would have these songs. But now it's just
Oh, yeah.
all rap. Travis Scott, Cardi B is hosting SummerSlam.
Man.
Uh,
And like, look, I don't think, and like, look, I don't think it has anything to do with it's the fact that it actually is rap, it is art music. It's just rap music doesn't make sense for the actual product itself.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Like if
I mean, we listen to rap all the time. Like,
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, look, if it was Tech Nine, like if Tech Nine did some music for WWE, I know it would be great. I just know because he
Yeah.
has songs that make sense.
yeah, that would be
Yeah.
sweet. I wouldn't mind Tech Nine on a
Like-
PLE song at all.
Exactly.
Like the Jelly Roll songs have been good that they
Yeah.
use for PLEs
Hardy.
and stuff. You know, like
Ozzy for War Games is perfect.
I'll
That
tell
was
you,
good,
the
yeah.
most recent shock success, Poppy for Elimination Chamber.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
That
Yeah.
song was great.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is finally like what I've been asking for, like a metal rock song from a well-known artist that actually makes sense for what we're advertising. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. When they actually got Square Hammer by Ghost to actually do that one in NXT when it was still black and gold, that was incredible.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
that
NXT
just,
Black and Gold
Like-
was so good.
Mm. Well,
Yeah.
facts.
I think this is what they have to do again. They're tracing the trends with the music. They have to set them again, like they did in the '80s and the '90s.
Yes,
they have to
yes.
set it. They have to set it all over again.
Yes,
Facts.
don't chase trends, set trends. I 100%
They
agree.
they've done that since the '50s,
Yeah,
'60s.
yeah.
So they
I mean,
can do it again.
I think it's 100% what you have to do. You can't just assume that everyone's into like, you can't just assume because Travis Scott's a charting artist that people who watch wrestling want Travis Scott.
Yeah.
I got into some of my favorite bands because of
Yeah,
Wrestling.
Kill Switch Engage. I mean, when that
Oh, yeah.
like CM Punk video package hit, I stood up out of my chair and started headbanging. Like it was just
Yeah.
so awesome. Like that
Mhm.
song's
Dude,
so good.
Skillet, dude. I'm
Yeah.
a Skillet songs we used to get back in the day.
yeah.
Man, those were good. Those
Limp
were good.
Bizkit, I mean, come on.
I swear to God, I was gonna say Limp Bizkit. Swear to God,
Like
I
I
was
listen,
gonna say
like My Way is in my playlist on the general just because of
yes.
that Rock versus Stone Cold video package where they're just beating each other up,
Yeah.
listening to My Way. And I'm like, this is a vibe.
Yeah,
Oh,
three,
wow.
I mean, Three Doors Down was definitely on that. That should be mentioned.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Three Doors
yeah.
Down, that would be definitely up there. Yeah, which
Even
we-
Motorhead with Triple H's theme. I mean, you can't think of Motorhead and not think of Triple H.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of
Like-
glad they're starting to get back into that. Like video packages were so good
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah,
And
video
that's so
packages.
important.
Yeah,
So good.
Yeah, that's how people get hyped up to watch what they're about to watch.
Yeah.
Well,
And now
yeah.
they're gonna start doing it more.
I didn't like I kind of like the interviews, but it felt like an interview instead of a promo.
Yeah, yeah.
It feels like back then it felt like they were fighting each other. Now it just feels like they're getting ready for a match.
Yeah, they're making business decisions. Yeah, yeah,
There you go. You're like, yeah. How did you feel about going on?
yeah.
But I was like, yeah, I'm ready to just get in there and kill him. But I'm being an old head. I'm sorry, but I really like when they were just how they're talking shit. About
I mean,
them.
back in the day, you had Randy Orton or Triple H breaking into Randy Orton's home. Like
Man.
that's just
Fun.
quality television. That's what I want to see.
yeah.
Or Randy saying, Eddie's in hell. You know,
Right.
that
I
it
want
felt
these-
personal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or Randy Orton actually getting his move outlawed because it was a team too
Yeah.
dangerous.
yeah,
Wow, Randy Orton's a menace.
yeah. I would say
We-
anything with
Randy
Randy.
Orton is a menace.
I don't want to extend this by an hour because Randy's been in their hemisphere since Randy Orton himself.
Yeah, yeah. That
Yeah,
we'd
we
be
can't-
talking forever if we're talking Randy
Facts.
Orton.
Yeah.
Facts.
What has wrestling done for you more than what have you guys have done for wrestling? Like, what has wrestling done for you guys?
Good question. Let's go. Let's hear it.
That is a good question. I mean, me personally, like everybody has, their hobbies, stuff they like to do. But like for me, I love like Friday night, going sitting watching SmackDown. Like especially like I enjoy every time we get to do content and stuff. Like just being able to interact with the wrestling community to kind of build a community really through our pages and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're doing things like right now. Wrestling is the hottest it's ever been.
Yeah.
With all this new stuff. So it's just
Mhm.
for me. I like to building the community. It's just done a lot for me. It's kept me out of trouble too. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like
Sam.
it's kept me out. Maybe instead I can't go to a party. I can't go do this because guess what? It's Friday night.
Yeah, got things to do.
Mm-hmm.
I can kind of go similar with that. I will say it's gotten. I would say it's made us a lot closer. I mean, we were already pretty close, but I mean, there was a point in time where life just got busy and we weren't able to hang out as much as we used to. And now literally have to. I mean, whether we're busy with life or things are going on, we always come back together. Monday, Fridays, content whenever we're doing that. And also to go on your note with our page, it's the small things that you don't even notice. Like we post a bunch of content, and whenever people share our content to their pages, to their stories, or whatever, we just like it. Appreciate sharing our stuff. And someone acknowledged that we were liking their page, and they were like, "Oh my god, I want to cry! I'm so excited! Please go follow John Wrestling." And it's like something as small as that. Like people genuinely care that much about the stuff that we do.
I was like shocked. I was like, I didn't know that we had a fan out there that was like that big of a fan of our page. But I was like, that's amazing. Like, I'm glad you enjoy our content and you're sharing. Like we're gonna keep putting it out. Like anytime anything we earn from anything, we're always putting it back into the page just to make our content better for our viewers and stuff.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before you guys have fangirls. Don't worry.
My heart is warmed.
Let me in.
Yeah, because right now I am such a fangirl. Well, gentlemen, I want to say this is actually amazing. So if you guys want to actually go ahead and plug your social medias and whatever projects you have coming up next, please be my guest. So take it away.
Well, we got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
At
Twitter.
Exclusive John Wrestling, all those.
Twitter's Screw John Wrestle because they don't like long names, apparently. We have a link in our Instagram bio. If you ever want to buy any type of wrestling merch, you hit that link, you get a little discount. We get a little commission for that. We can go straight back into the channel.
Yeah, straight to WWEshop.com. That's our affiliate link.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Other than that, our YouTube, we got a ton of stuff coming up. So like, always pay attention to the Facebook, the Instagram. We're going to be doing weekly YouTube videos. So we got a WrestleMania vlog that we're working on coming out, just for everything we did that weekend. And pretty soon we're going to be starting up the Exclusive John Wrestling podcast. So that's in the works. We're going to have other content creators. If you guys want to come on one week or something, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I would love to.
I would like
we're gonna try to get a lot of wrestlers on there too. We got some
maybe.
We're trying to get wrestlers too. But
we're gonna be doing some big things like this. Like this year, we've only been doing this for years, so this year's it's only gonna get bigger.
Gotta go higher.
Sure.
I'm excited. I'm actually excited for you guys. It's really cool. Yeah, break on. I can't do that.
Pow!
But I'm very excited. I'm very excited for you guys. And it sounds like this new year can only get better for you.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah, follow us on everything, Like I said, at Exclusive John Wrestling.
Appreciate you guys for giving us a chance for this interview. This is our first interview, so
yes, appreciate it. Y'all are the first ones.
This is our first time giving an interview.
Yeah.
You broke each other's cherries. This is great.
Yeah. Oh my god. You gave us a chance. We have 7 subscribers.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon more. But it was actually really fun to talk with you guys. It was nervous at first. I thought we weren't going to be able to pull this off, but we did. It's really nice meeting you guys.
Yeah. I smoked
we had a good time.
Yeah, I smoked like 9 cigarettes before we did this. To be honest with you, I chain smoked right before I did this.
One of our Twitch watchers, he checks one of our every streams.
I'm going out now.
He hates it. He's always like, "Red, stop smoking." I'm like, "Well."
Do you guys know any wrestling drinking games by any chance?
So,
funny you ask.
We have a tradition, and we didn't get to do it this year only because we were in person. So every year for the Royal Rumble, and this actually started when we were kids. We weren't drinking.
We were doing warheads.
So
okay.
During the Royal Rumble, and now it's even more. It's like men's and women's. Before it was just one. We try to guess the next entrant in the Rumble. So let's say, who's going to be number 4 or something. I might say Finn Balor. You might say, I don't know, Damian Priest or something, right? Mm-hmm. If I get it right, he's got to take a shot, And then if it's a return or something, you got to take 2 of them.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh.
And we'll pick and the winner,
we'll pick a final 4 once it gets to that point. We'll pick a winner, and it gets to be a lot.
We tried to do it this year, just chugging beers, but man, these beers were expensive. And
one of the hard things at Royal Rumble that no one talks about is if you're drinking, you have to sit through a 30 entrance of each Royal Rumble match without peeing. Okay,
Yeah.
it's hard.
Oh, I forgot about that. I was having a bad time on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's our little game. It's fun though. Like we buy these. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of kinky shots. I don't know if you're familiar.
Yep, the little blue kinky
blue,
shot.
little like airplane shots.
Yeah.
And we get like we got these people at these stores. They order them for us and stuff. Sometimes, you know,
They get prepared.
like for you, my friend, no tax. You know.
Oh my lord!
They hook us up. You know.
Wait,
Yeah, it's a good time.
wait, you guys call them kinkies?
That's what they're called, actually.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
a brand.
Wait, so the miniatures are called kinkies?
It's just a brand. So like,
Oh, it's
the
called a
brand
brand, yeah,
is
'cause
kinky. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
because here in Mass, actually, we call miniature bottles of alcohol nips.
really, we call them nips.
Nips.
we call them shooters here.
Shooters, yeah, no.
Yeah.
So this is a
Here
picture.
it is.
This is what a kinky shot. I don't know if you can focus. That's what a kinky shot
Oh,
looks
that
like.
looks
Oh,
fabulous.
okay.
Oh, that looks fabulous.
That's adorable. That's
pretty-
adorable.
It's pretty
That
sour.
looks-
too.
that
But
looks-
It's
It's
like
gonna kill
sour
us.
as hell.
yeah, it was great.
Or they got the big bottles of these. That'd be like,
That'll be a night.
yeah, you
Yeah.
get like 2 bottles. You know what I'm saying? You're just sitting there getting hammered. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
I probably smoked like 40 darts. You know.
My lord.
I'm telling you right now, night 1 wasn't that bad. Night 2, I was chain smoking.
I was honestly kind of the opposite for us because we had some technical difficulties night 1. So we were just like trying to live stream and get clips up and do all this stuff while trying to enjoy WrestleMania night 1. And so he was sitting there stressed out smoking cigs, and I was just like, we got to figure this out, and we got through it. It was a good time, but
That's good.
Oh yeah, if y'all want to post that, feel free. You can, man.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be the one who actually starts wrestling drinking games, but I want to like get the community involved and be like, if I'm going down, we're all going down together.
yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much
Yeah.
to all the fans out there. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was the Bad Audio Basement Show, interview number 1. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.